All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're going after one of the biggest, most stubborn myths out there when it comes to education. It's a myth that's probably stopped countless amazing people from chasing a huge dream, and we're about to bust it wide open.
Yeah, you've heard this one before, right? Maybe you've even said it to yourself. Study abroad is only for the rich. It's one of those things that just sounds true. It gets repeated so often that it feels like a fact, and it can stop a dream dead in its tracks.
But here's the thing. What if it's not a fact at all? What if that whole idea is just a massive misunderstanding? What if getting an international education has way less to do with how much money your family has and everything to do with being smart and strategic? Well, that's exactly what we're going to unpack. So first things first, we have to tackle this head on. We're calling this the too expensive myth because that's the #1 fear, right? That you're just automatically priced out of the game. Let's pull that idea apart.
Okay, check this out. According to UNESCO, right now, there are more than 6 million students studying in a country that isn't their own. 6 million! That's not some tiny exclusive club. That is a massive global movement. And I think we can all agree there's no way all 6 million of them are millionaires. So how in the world are they all doing it? Well, that brings us to the real secret. The magic ingredient here isn't a trust fund. It's smart financial planning. It's about knowing how the system works and, more importantly, knowing how to make that system work for you. So let's get into what those tools actually are. All right, let's talk about the first big hurdle. Just living. You know, rent, food, getting around. This is where a lot of the day-to-day stress comes from. But what's really cool is that most countries have a solution built right into their student visa programs. And this table right here just lays it all out. Take a look. Whether you're thinking about the US, Australia, Canada, or the UK, you have the right to work part-time. And we're not talking about a little bit of pocket money here. These earnings are seriously enough to cover the big stuff, your rent, your groceries. This is all about giving you financial independence while you study.
Let's just zoom in on Australia for a second. We're talking about a minimum wage for students that's around 23 Australian dollars an hour. That is a total game changer. It means your work is actually valued, and you can build a stable, comfortable life for yourself while you're getting your degree. Or how about Canada? You could be looking at earning up to 1,400 Canadian dollars a month. So the main takeaway here is clear. The whole problem of how do I afford to live? It's solvable. You can literally earn your way, cover your own bills, and you get some great work experience while you're at it. Okay, so living costs. Check. We can handle that. But what about the big one? Tuition fees. This is where we have to stop thinking about one giant pile of cash and start thinking more like a strategist, putting together a whole toolkit of different funding options. And this is just a little snapshot to get you started. Seriously, just a taste. You've got these huge, prestigious awards like the Fulbright or the Chevening that cover everything. You've got country-specific ones like Germany's DAAD scholarships. And don't forget, universities themselves offer tons of scholarships based on your grades. The opportunities are out there, you just have to do the research and go for it.
Now listen up, because if you're thinking about a master's or a PhD, this next thing is huge. It's called a graduate assistantship. And it's maybe the most powerful funding tool out there, especially in places like the US and Canada. Basically, you work part-time for the university, maybe helping a professor with research or teaching a class. And in return, they often wipe out your tuition completely and give you a monthly salary to live on. You're not just a student at that point, you're getting paid to be there.
So we've talked a lot about how to manage the costs. But now, let's flip the script and talk about why this is such an incredible investment in the first place. Because what you get in return isn't just a piece of paper. It's a launchpad into the most exciting careers of the future.
Think about it. Studying abroad lets you place yourself in the global hub for whatever field you're passionate about. You want to be in AI? You go to the US or Canada. You care about green energy? Germany and Australia are leading the way. This is about more than just getting a job. It's about stepping into these booming, future-proof industries with a global perspective that companies are absolutely desperate to hire.
So let's bring this all home. I want to end with a message for everyone watching, for the students who have this dream, and for the parents who are, understandably a little worried about it all. To every student watching, this is what I really want you to hear. Let this one sink in. Your dreams are not too expensive. They are too important. Please don't let a myth about money be the thing that makes you put your ambition on a shelf. The world really needs what you have to offer. And to the parents, look, we get it. The concerns are real. But you should know, these universities have amazing support systems to keep students safe.
As we've seen, your child can absolutely achieve financial independence by covering their own living costs. And most importantly, you're giving them a ticket into a global market that will value their skills and experience like nothing else.
So really, the goal here is to reframe this whole conversation. This isn't just an expense you write a check for. It's an investment. It's an investment in their confidence, in their independence, in a global mindset, in a future that will pay them back in ways that go so far beyond a simple paycheck.
So the path is there. The tools are real. And those myths, well, they're just myths. The world is waiting. Go claim your future.